I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like everybody they tiptoe around with this social media, but what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be constant.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm bringing you a story that's incredibly emotional, raw, and honestly heartbreaking. It's about Teyana Taylor's daughter and a recent moment that has left fans shocked, moved, and asking a lot of questions. She broke down in tears in a way that nobody saw coming, saying something so deep that it shook her followers to the core. Through sobs, she cried out, "I want my real dad back." When you hear those words from a child, especially one who's grown up in the public eye, it just hits differently. It's the kind of moment that makes you stop and think, what's really going on behind the scenes? How does someone so young reach a point where she feels the need to express that kind of pain so openly? What's the story behind it? And what does this mean for Teyana, her family, and everyone involved? In today's deep dive, we're going to unpack not only this emotional plea but also the family dynamics surrounding it, the possible reasons behind her words, and the powerful reactions that have been flooding social media ever since. So stick around, because this is one of those stories that will tug at your heartstrings while also making you think about family, love, and the silent battles that so many people face behind closed doors. Taking a step back, the bigger picture before we talk about that specific moment, we need to rewind and look at the broader context. Teyana Taylor's family life. If you've been following her career for a while, you know she's not just a superstar artist. She's a mother, a wife, and someone who's let the world in on many personal moments. She's been married to former NBA player Iman Shumpert for several years, and together they've raised their children in a mix of public attention and private moments. Like any family, theirs has had its share of highs and lows, from public appearances to heartfelt interviews. We've seen glimpses of the deep love in their household, but also the challenges of balancing fame, personal growth, and family life. Teyana has been refreshingly honest about that balancing act, sharing bits and pieces of how tough it can be. What many fans may not realize, though, is just how complicated things can get emotionally, especially for the kids. Children who are part of blended families, who have both a biological parent and a step-parent in their lives, often experience layers of emotion that outsiders can't fully grasp. On the surface, everything might look picture perfect, but as anyone who's been through it knows, the reality is rarely that simple. A young girl's complicated reality. Teyana's daughter, still so young, has reportedly been through some difficult moments that haven't always made headlines. Her relationship with her biological father and her stepfather isn't something most of us can comment on with certainty. But like many blended family dynamics, it's likely filled with both joy and challenges. Kids in these situations often love all their parental figures in different ways, but they can also feel torn, confused, or uncertain about where exactly they fit in. Those feelings don't make sense to them all the time, they just feel them. And sometimes those emotions bubble up in ways no one can predict. The moment that shook fans recently, Teyana's daughter had what can only be described as a deeply emotional breakdown. It wasn't just a quiet, private cry. It was raw. It was intense. And it was captured on video, a video that quickly spread across social media. Thousands of people watched, listened, and felt the pain in her voice. Through tears, she said, "I want my real dad back." Those 5 words traveled far beyond her own family circle. They carried a weight that anyone who's ever longed for a parent could feel. We don't have the full backstory. We don't know if this was sparked by an argument, a special date missed, or a deeper ongoing ache. But from the outside, it's clear this was more than just a bad day. This was about something bigger: feelings of absence, longing, and maybe even confusion about family roles. When she said real dad, it wasn't just a casual phrase. It was a window into the heart of a child navigating something incredibly difficult. And sadly, many kids in similar situations feel the same, they just don't always say it out loud. The internet reacts. When the video hit social media, reactions poured in. Some fans responded with pure empathy. "This is heartbreaking. No child should feel like this." Others offered words of encouragement, urging families to stay strong, to listen, to love harder. But as is always the case with the internet, there were also those who speculated, wondering about Teyana's relationship with her ex, questioning the dynamics at home, and making guesses that, frankly, none of us can fully verify. Teyana and Iman respond. Teyana didn't ignore the moment. She's never been shy about discussing her family's ups and downs. But this was different. It called for a gentle, careful approach. Without giving away private details, she acknowledged her daughter's feelings and expressed her desire for healing. She reminded fans that family life isn't always easy, even when it's full of love. She emphasized that every child deserves to feel safe, secure, and understood. Iman Shumpert also addressed the situation in his own way, speaking about the importance of unity and standing together through hard times. From the outside, it seems both of them are committed to navigating this challenge side by side, not just as a couple, but as a family. Why this matters beyond celebrity news: this isn't just about one family in the spotlight. It's about a reality that's far more common than people realize. The emotional toll that separation, divorce, or blended families can have on children. When a child feels like their real parent is absent, whether physically, emotionally, or both, it can trigger a deep sense of loss. It's not something they can always put into words. Sometimes it comes out as sadness, sometimes as anger, and sometimes, like in this case, as a tearful plea that breaks the internet's heart. Experts say kids in blended families often face confusion about roles, who's mom or dad in which context, loyalty conflicts between parents, and step-parents' fear of losing love or attention from either side. For Teyana's daughter, this isn't a theory, it's real life. And seeing it spill out in such a public way is a stark reminder of how important it is for adults to handle these moments with compassion and care. The added weight of famino. Imagine going through all of this, but with cameras watching, fans commenting, and headlines dissecting every word. That's the reality for celebrity families. Their private struggles become public conversation, and that can make healing even harder. When moments like this go viral, there's no way to control the narrative. Everyone has an opinion, but not everyone has the facts. And for the people actually living it, that can be exhausting. Moving forward, so what happens now? Will this spark more open conversations within the family? Will they bring in counseling or therapy to help everyone feel heard? We can't predict the future, but the fact that Teyana and Iman have already shown willingness to acknowledge the situation publicly gives some hope. Healing takes time, but it often starts with recognizing that something needs attention. If they can keep love at the center, listen to their daughter, and respect each other's roles, there's every chance they can come out stronger on the other side. A call for empathy. This whole situation should serve as a reminder for fans, for the media, for all of us, that behind every viral clip or celebrity headline are real people with real emotions. We might never know every detail, and that's okay. Privacy matters. What we can do is choose kindness over judgment, understanding over gossip. No one's family is perfect. We all have chapters we wouldn't want the world to read. And in moments like these, the most powerful thing we can do is offer grace. Let's talk about it. So here's my question to you. How did this moment make you feel? Have you ever been in a family situation where someone, maybe even a child, expressed something that raw and painful? Sometimes sharing those stories can help us feel less alone. They remind us that pain, healing, and growth are all part of the human journey. Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's make this a space for empathy, not judgment. If this story moved you, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit subscribe and ring the notification bell so you won't miss the next deep dive. Thank you for watching, for caring, and for being part of this community. Let's keep showing up for each other with kindness and compassion, because the world needs more of that, now more than ever. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of the people you love, and remember, it's okay to not be okay sometimes. We're all in this together.